get up when I fall. No lie, man, I've been here before. It always gets cold before the war. You can feel that feeling in the air. The whole world feels it everywhere. They look to the sky and stop and stare. I feel the earth shake, but I'm prepared. I know I'm ready. Give me that weight that's heavy. Strong for the fight, so steady. One against many, more than a milli. Write that braille so the whole world feel me. I will gladly give all that it takes. Till the gas is all gone in the tank. Ain't no stopping, I'm not gonna break. Matter of fact, I'm just picking up pace. This is what I was made to do. The end is near, I'ma see it through. They all look to me, ain't got no choice but to succeed. I can feel it, I'm ready. I'm unstoppable, hard work all day. Go hard, always, won't quit, no way. Unstoppable, game on, too tough, all in, fired up. Watch me, rise up, I'm unstoppable. Light up the sky with a bang. Fire from heaven, I'm watching it rain. I'm something different, man, I'm not the same. Picture the greatness, it's all in my frame. DNA on another level, can't stop when I'm in the zone. I think somebody might have cut the brakes. All I know is that I'm on the go. Can't stop what I'm destined for. No how, no way. Hit the stage, I'ma take the floor. You can see it in my face. This here is real, this here is life. My fame on my back, my focus is right. My mind it is strong, I run to the fight. My aim it is sure, my target is sight. This is what I was made to do. The end is near, I'ma see it through. They all look to me, ain't got no choice but to succeed. I can feel it, I know I'm ready. I'm unstoppable, hard work all day. Go hard, always, won't quit, no way. Unstoppable, game on, too tough, all in, fired up. Watch me, rise up, I'm unstoppable.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Niners After Dark with Niners Sickness. How are you guys doing? Welcome to my channel, wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. Welcome tonight. Good to see everybody here tonight. We're going to talk 49er football, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about what happened yesterday, the game that we watched, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to talk about injuries that occurred yesterday, what case scenario things may be or may not be based on who gets hurt this season. Is it time to panic? Or is it time to be, it's all going to be okay? Or are we going to listen to this? After yesterday's game, I want to get your thoughts. Get your thoughts. Are we going to hear that alarm come the opening of the season? Or am I overreacting? Are we all overreacting? Say, hey, bro, come on. It's preseason. You know what team we have. We were in the Super Bowl last year. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, worried about the way the game went. Bosa wasn't there. Fred Warner wasn't there. Kittle, Debo, Brock did not play. So we're going to talk about what we did see. We're going to talk about what we saw and which players stood out to you and I right after this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Before we get started, please make sure to wipe your feet and hit that like button for your boy Niner Sickness. Hit that like button for me. I would appreciate it very, very much. So let me go ahead and say hi to those that are in the chat. How is everyone doing tonight? Thank you for joining me on Sunday night. I normally go live at 9 p.m., but I decided to go live at 8 because many of you are Eastern time, and it's already 11 o'clock there if you are 3 hours ahead. So I decided, you know what? Every Sunday, God willing, I'm going to go live at 8 p.m. and we're going to talk 49er football. Let me make sure to say hello to everybody in the chat. We got Jimmy in the house. What's up, Jimmy? He says, what's up, everyone? I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Thank you, Jimmy. We got Daniel Burry Sports in the house. What's up, brother? We got Niners Throwback in the house. What's up, Niners Throwback? Thanks for tuning in, faithful. Make sure you all smash that like button and subscribe. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. We got my friend, my brother. Take it from another mother. How you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got David McNiner in the house. How you doing, David? Welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome. Just what's good, Beto? And the Niner Empire. Please wipe your feet before entering.
You guys gotta make sure to clean your patas because we don't want none of that smelly tally shit. So make sure to wipe your feet and smash that like button.
Let's go. Let's go. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday evening. How many games have you guys watched? How many games did you guys watch over the course of the weekend? It started on Thursday, then it went Friday, then Saturday, and then there were 2 games today. Did you guys only watch the Niners and Titans game? Did you guys watch other games? Other games, let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate that. What games did you guys found interesting besides the 49er game? Of course. What's up, Eric? I see you, Eric. Welcome to the channel, my friend.
Welcome, Eric. I see you, buddy. Let's go.
Let's go. I see Eric in the house. All right. So the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Let's talk about what I saw. Give me a second. Let me get everything situated here. Let's go ahead and talk about the injuries first, shall we? Niners injury updates. Emory Thomas will be out for some time with a broken forearm. That sucks for him. I don't know if it sucks for us, but it kind of sucks for him.
Oh, yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers comeback attempt fell short against the Tennessee Titans in their preseason opener. Although they seemed to escape without any serious injuries, that did not turn out to be the case. After the game, the Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan said that cornerback Emory Thomas suffered a broken forearm and will be out indefinitely. Shanahan had no specific timetable for Thomas's return, other than it will be some time. Now, is that Kyle Shanahan saying, you know what? Emery Thomas was out the door. He was already out the door. We're going to cut him. So whether he comes back or not, it doesn't matter. We are moving on for Mr. Emery Thomas. Or shall we truly be concerned? Shall we be truly concerned? Don in the house. What's up, Don? My sister from a different mother and father. How you doing, Don? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. My boy, Brad. What's up, Brad? Brad is joining me on fantasy football this year. Every year I do fantasy football. And I got 3 spots left. If you want to win a ring, a championship fantasy football ring, you're welcome to join. I have 3 spots left. It's $7 to play, only $7. And if you are the winner, you get a beautiful championship fantasy football ring. So there are 3 spots left. If you play fantasy football, let me know. The one for the big money has already filled up. There's no more room for the big money one. Hello, my big brother, Niner Beto. Hello, Don. Good to see you. Yes, please, right here. Please do not forget to Debo that like button. Also, please do not forget to wipe your patas. And please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate that, sis. Always having my back. David Maynard says, considering how much competition we have in the cornerback room, that does suck for Emery Thomas. Absolutely. This guy was the guy looking from the outside in, and now with the injury, his chances of making the team just became harder. In a way, I feel bad. In a way, I don't. 4 weeks, depending on if he needs surgery. Ooh, oof, oof. Emery Thomas. It sucks to be you. But we got Jeff Yorks in the house. Any relation to the owners of our San Francisco 49ers. So what's up? Who's going to the home game next weekend? We're going to open up. Now, I heard something on X, and I want you guys to elaborate on this. Somebody wrote on X that the Niners and Saints mutually agreed on canceling the 2-day team practice. Is that a correct statement? I don't want to mention the individual that I read it from, but let me know if that's, I haven't had a chance to verify it. Are the Niners canceling out due to injuries the 2 combined practice between the Saints and the Niners? I heard both teams agreed. They both have injuries on both sides of the ball for their respective teams, so they agreed. I'm not sure if that is quite accurate or not. Please let me know in the comments if it is or isn't. We just got home from the Giants game. I heard did the Giants lose? I know they were losing. Did they lose? And I think they were playing Detroit Tigers, right? If I'm not mistaken. Jeff says, my daughter is going to be cheerleading at halftime. Ooh, let's go.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. Good for your daughter, man. Cheerleading in halftime. Good for her. You must be a proud papa, Jeff. Good for you, my friend. Good for your daughter. I'm gonna take a look at halftime and see if I can see your lovely. Oh, wait a minute. They're not going to show it on TV, though. So I may not. I don't like to go to preseason games myself, but good for your daughter. Yes, by one, Detroit Tigers. So Detroit won by 1 point, or we won by 1 point. I'm not quite sure. I know I was watching it, but then I got caught up with other things, and then I got ready for this live tonight. So let me know in the comments. For those that are just coming in, please make sure to wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button. All right, so let's go on. 49ers fall to the Titans, 17-13. Five takeaways that I want to share from the San Francisco versus Titans game. The San Francisco 49ers opened up their exhibition slate with a 17-13 loss to the Tennessee Titans. And on Saturday evening, as expected, a majority of teams' veterans, players, and expected starters did not see playing time in this preseason opener. And instead, a lot of us watched on these young kids. They came in to showcase what they can do. Let's see here. The younger players, rookies, and recent free agents, signings to take the lion's share of the game reps. Additionally, Clay Kubiak, the Niners' offensive passing game specialist, was calling the plays against Tennessee. And we know a lot of those calls are vanilla. They are vanilla. They're not like, they don't strategize. They don't look at film. They don't break things down. But good for Clay Kubiak. Good for him. Niners put new kickoff rules into action. Ooh, that special teams did not look good. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, because to me, it did not look good when it came to special teams. After winning the toss, the Niners opted to receive the ball first and had second-year receiver Ronnie Bell and wideout Trent Taylor got the first go at returning under the new kickoff rules. The San Francisco 49ers has been testing out a number of kick returning tandems over the course of training camp. So this duel could be one of a few the team tests out this preseason. In his first attempt, Trent Taylor returned the ball for 18 yards to set up the Niners on their own 26-yard line for their first offensive series. He would return the ball 19 yards in his next second attempt after the San Francisco similarly field position on their next possession in the fourth quarter. Wide receiver Tay Martin and running back Cody Schroeder were the tandem of kick returns in the second half. As the kicking team, the Niners allowed an explosive play early that, oh my God, it was terrible, that materialized into a 63-yard return. Ouch. Tennessee limited the Titans to an 18-yard return to open up the second half. So the Niners got better. They definitely got better in the second half, not so much in the first half. Let's talk about individual players, shall we? Let's talk about individual players. We have two more free games from the Junior Giants. Oh, okay, right on. All right, let's talk about linebacker D. Winters. He definitely, at least to me, impressed early. The sophomore linebacker spoke earlier in the week about the game slowing down in his second season, and he made the play to prove it. Early in the first quarter, Winters played aggressively and forcefully in the opener, notching a big-time goal line tackle of the Titans quarterback, Will Levis, to hold off a would-be touchdown. On that play, he later recorded a tackle for a loss of 6 yards on running back Tyjae Spears. So he impressed. I like what I saw from our linebacker. I want to see more, but he's definitely heading in the right direction, in my opinion. Let's talk about running back Jordan Mason. What this guy runs with such power. He runs with such force. I love Jordan Mason. I really, really do. I love the way this kid runs. I like the way he sees the field. He has been practicing catching the ball. He bought one of those machines that throw you the ball for him to practice this offseason, and it has seemed to pay off, particularly in practice, and it showed in this first preseason game. Jordan Mason's punches into the San Francisco first for his first touchdown. Now, a caveat. He got a little bit of help. And we're going to talk about him a little bit later. But offensive guard Dominic Pooney looked great. And he was the reason that Jordan Mason was able to get into the end zone, because he forced him in there. Now, I think Jordan already broke plaintiff, but it didn't hurt to see that play from the young rookie. More about him a little bit later. With the Niners running back room hit by injury bug, as of late, the Niners looked to a mostly new group of running backs to carry the ground game against the Titans. Mason now entering his third season with the San Francisco 49ers and a standout this training camp. Played just one offensive series, racking up 6 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. In the opening drive, Mason barreled his way through a pile of defenders to find play dirt and give the Niners the 7-0 lead with 9:26 left in the first quarter. His touchdown was San Francisco only scored, unfortunately, in the first half. Wow, wow, wow. Give me a second. Let me read some of these comments. It says that Little Beast Mode, sorry. He should be used more, especially in the red zone. I like that. Brad mentions, I'm sure hoping for some good breaking news this week surrounding Ayuk and Trent. Let's get these guys signed and into camp. I feel this will give the guys a boost. I agree, Brian. I agree, my friend. I know that Trent Williams will get signed. Trent Williams will get signed. They're giving him this training camp off because of his age. This guy's an old pro. He knows what to do. Does he need to be in camp? Yes, because is he subject to injury now that he's not in camp? Yes. So there's their benefits and then there's the negatives, right? But I agree with you, Brad. Let's get both of them signed and in camp now. Come on, Jed York. Let's go, John Lynch. Handle your business. Let go of the pride. There was a dad in his kid as we were leaving the stadium screaming, "Let's go Niners," and then "Let's go Giants." Right on for that smart little kid right there. That's a smart little kid for sure. All right, so safety. Let's talk about safety. Malik Mustafa. Safety. Malik Mustafa. This kid is impressive. He is impressive. Mustafa made a highlight-worthy play in the second quarter of Saturday's contest on Tennessee's fourth down attempt. Mustafa brought down Titans running back Hassan Huskins in the backfield. Although the Titans were initially awarded the first down, San Francisco challenged the call and won it. So before I go further, one of the new rules that are coming in this year, if you guys don't already knew, last year you had to win both challenges in order to get a third, right? So if you threw the challenge flag and you miss one out of the two, you wouldn't have not gotten a third challenge. Now they change it to where even if you just get just one challenge correct, you are automatically awarded a third challenge, which I think is great for the game, particularly on one of those real fast game-changing type of calls that might need to be reviewed to get it correct. All right, so meaning the rookie forced a turnover on downs. The Niners took over on the 2-yard line. That hit by Mustafa was incredible. The guy shot out like a missile. The guy shot out like a missile, and I loved it. Loved it. All right, let's move on. Rookie corner, Renardo Green. That's my boy. Let's go Florida State Seminoles. Okay. Anyways, he came up with a lost ball on the botched pitch from Titans quarterback Mason Rudolph to his running back. Green's big defensive play set the Niners up on their 46-yard line. They didn't do much, but set them up. All right. That's my boy. Let's go Florida State, baby. All right, let's talk about offensive linemen. Ooh-wee. This guy got me excited. Let's talk about Dominic Pooney. Dominic Pooney in the house. Attention, everyone. Dominic Pooney was right guard for your San Francisco 49ers on Saturday night versus the Tennessee Titans. And what a game he played. The guy was incredible. Dominic Pooney got the start at right guard along with Chris Herbert, Aaron Banks, Nick Sakel, and Colton McKivitz in the preseason opener. San Francisco has had some early injuries on the O-line, which I do not like. Opening the door for rookie to get valuable playing time in camp and in the preseason. Okay, so Dominic Pooney, because of Spencer Burford being hurt, he is taking his opportunity to showcase his ability. And I like what I see in Dominic Pooney. I agree with you guys when you guys say he is the starter. I just can't see Spencer Burford winning that position back. He might be a solid backup, but I like the idea of keeping Dominic Pooney in that position. Let's see. What's up, David Villa? I see you, brother. I see you, David Villa. How you doing, sir? How are you doing? He says, what's up, my Niner family? My brother's sickness. Super happy you are on tonight. Always a pleasure. Football is back. Time to kiss ass, to kick ass. I say kiss. Ooh-wee. Can't wait. Been a long week, brother. Been a long week. Let's go. What's up, brother? Right back at you, brother. It's always a pleasure when you come in to the stream. Always a pleasure. Jayla and Ariel says hello to the Niner family. What is up?
What's going on, Jayla? Yo, Ariel, Cuba, what's up, girls? Let's have some fun. Aren't you lucky that you have the best mom in the whole world and an amazing daddy that takes care of the both of you? Ooh-wee.
That's right. You two girls have an amazing mom, an amazing dad, and you guys are blessed. Welcome to the show, ladies. Young ladies. So. Let's talk quarterbacks. As you know, Brock Purdy did not play, so we had Allen start the game. I thought it was going to be Dobbs, but it was Allen. And they kind of split half and half. So between Brandon Allen and Josh Dobbs, Allen and Dobbs, who are both contenders for the backup quarterback job behind Brock Purdy, each played one half of Saturday's contest. Allen was under center first and closed out the night, completing 7 of 13 passes attempts for 98 yards. His best throws included a 21-yard third down conversion to Bell on the right side and deep shot down the middle with wideout Frank Darby. Keep an eye on Frank Darby. This kid opened up some eyes. Now, moving on to Dobbs. Dobbs took over in the second half and completed 14 out of 20 pass attempts for 146 yards. His best throw of the night included a shot at Martin down the left sideline for a 13-yard gain during his first drive. And then in the fourth quarter, he hit Tyler for a 21-yard gain on 3rd and 15. Dobbs went on to punch in the touchdown on his own, scrambling and flipping into the end zone. I loved what I saw about that. For the score, San Francisco was unable to convert a 2-point try following Dobbs' touchdown. However, the veteran quarterback kept the Niners in it until the end of regulation. On San Francisco's last offensive possession, Dobbs led the offense down the field before attempting one final pass play to the end zone. Now, I like what I saw from Dobbs, and I like what I saw from Allen. Who do you guys think is going to win that spot? Based on what you guys saw just yesterday, and I know we got to see more, but based on what you guys saw yesterday, who do you give the notch to? Dobbs or Allen? Who do you think played better? Dobbs or Allen? Let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate that. So, the Niners played on Saturday. There were a lot of good things. There were a lot of bad things. But overall, I was happy for what I saw. Give me 1 second. I was happy for what I saw. I saw some good football. Yeah, David, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think we'll see more of him against the Saints. I think we'll see more. Hopefully we'll see more of him against the Saints. But David Villa says, can't wait to see Mordecai. I want to see Mordecai. I want to see what he can do. But I was impressed by Dobbs and Allen, particularly a little bit more with Josh Dobbs. But Allen did not look that bad either. Jimmy says, Allen. All right, all right. I like that. I like that, Jimmy. You going with Allen? I don't think nobody can go right or wrong. I think they both were impressive. Now, it was against the Titans. It was already, Dobbs. I guess you can say that Allen was a little more impressive because I think Allen was playing a little bit against the starters for the Tennessee Titans. And when Dobbs came in, he was definitely playing against the second and third string of the Titans defense. So from that perspective, I'm with you. We didn't get to watch the game. It wasn't televised. Ooh, sorry to hear that. NFL Network, the NFL ticket is too expensive. NFL Network is a little bit more reasonable. I want to see quarterback Mordecai. Dobbs played okay, says Jimmy. They were both impressive. They were both impressive, but I get you. Dobbs played against the second and third string, and we saw Allen playing against a little bit against the starters of the Titans. But overall, I like what I saw. I love Mason. Mason, the way he runs the ball, the way he's able to catch it more. Now, there was a little bit of an issue, though, and this is something that, unfortunately, Mason has to continue to work on. He allowed a linebacker to come in and disrupt a play. And this is one of the Kyle's pet peeves, right? Kyle hates it if you can't block. You can run, but if you can't block, you're not running. You can catch, you can be a great receiver, but if you're not blocking, you're not playing. That is a thing you got to do in Kyle Shanahan's offense. You got to be able to block if you want the rock. The bottom line. You got to be able to block if you want the rock. And he did kind of allow that linebacker to disrupt that. He needs to get better at that. But overall, I'm nitpicking. I thought that Jordan Mason played well. I think he's going to have a great year. I expect to see him more involved this year than he has been all last year. How many agree? I know Elijah Mitchell is the guy that Kyle loves. Kyle loves Elijah Mitchell, and so do I. Don't get me wrong. I love Elijah Mitchell as well. Unfortunately for us and him, he always gets hurt. And we need someone that we can rely on consistently. I don't care how good you are. If you can't get on the field, it's of no value, your talent. You can be the greatest at the position you play. But if you're not able to demonstrate that on the field because you're always hurt, then it doesn't matter how good of a player you are if you're not playing. So let's see how Elijah Mitchell does this year. But I like the room. I love that we have, and I want to see a little bit more of Schroeder. I want to see more running from him. I like what I saw. I want to see more. So let's see what we see against the Saints. Which player, ladies and gentlemen, which player are you guys looking forward on seeing this weekend against the Saints? Now, we did not get the chance to watch Ricky Parcell. That was kind of deflating for me. I was really looking forward to seeing this kid play, not because of the whole Brandon Ayuk situation, but let's keep it real. Until he signs, there's no guarantee he's going to play week 1, right? Until we hear hard evidence, not people saying this, people trying to say this for clicks, whatever. When it's said and done, cemented on paper that Brandon Ayuk has re-signed, that's great. Until then, we have to look at Ricky Parcell and the rest of the receivers, right? We can't be so naive that, oh, I ain't worried. Ayuk will be back. No, there's no certainty. There isn't no. Yeah, I heard the Niners and Ayuk are back in conversation, but that doesn't mean anything. Show me the money. Tom Cruise, show me the money. And that's what Brandon Ayuk wants to see for this to get settled. So, Ricky Parcell did not play because of a shoulder injury. I hope it's not that severe. I would like to see him play. And I would love to see Jacob Cowing. I would love to see Jacob Cowing play. Now, I don't believe he played yesterday. Maybe I missed it, but I don't believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Jacob Cowing play? I don't think he did. But I definitely know that Ricky Parcell didn't play because he did not even make the trip. So hopefully we will be able to see Ricky play this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I hope we see Tanner Mordecai play against the Saints. I'm with you. Eric says, amen, Beto. Even as a Seahawks fan, I am a huge Cody guy. This is why I love my boy Eric. He is a Seahawks fan, but this guy loves football. He loves football. He's very respectful. And I enjoy, and this is hard for me to say because he is a Seahawks fan, but I enjoy Eric Wallace a lot because he's very respectful, very friendly. He is perfect. The only thing that it's unperfect that unfortunately he likes Seattle Seahawks, but not everybody can be 100% good, right? We all have to have a blemish, but I love my boy Eric. Eric, love you, brother. Don says, I just stopped by to say hello, but I have been up since 6 a.m. Ooh-wee. Down in the bed. Go to sleep, girl. Thank you for joining. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Get your bedtime. Get your bedtime going. Get your rest. A busy mom like you who takes care of two lovely girls, takes care of her husband, needs her beauty sleep. Get your beauty sleep, mom, and get ready to take care of your girls and your hubby tomorrow. Always a pleasure having you here, Dawn. I have a great appreciation for Dawn Dotson. I appreciate her so much. She is a wonderful mom. I say this because I see her on Facebook. I see the things she posts. She's very active with her kids. She's great with her husband, even though he's a Raiders fan. Boo! She's very active with her kids. She loves her kids. She's a great mom, a great wife, and I just want everyone to know that I truly appreciate Dawn Dotson as someone that follows me, someone that comes into my chat and says hello. She calls me big brother. She's my little sister. You don't have to be related by blood. You can be related by friendship. And Dawn, you are an amazing, amazing person. And I will never stop saying that. Thank you so much for stopping by. Get your sleep, girl. And we'll see you on the next Niner podcast. So thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful, blessed night. So we're going to come to a close in a little bit. Hang out with me a little bit more. The Saints are the team that we're going to be, supposed to be having joint practices. I still don't know if that's the case. I got to look into it, but I love what I saw in the players that played. I love Mustafa. I liked Renardo Green. I liked, what's his name? The front line. He's been with us 2 years now or 3 years. I can't think of his name. So David McNiner, help me out. 93. Kalia Davis, right? I think it's Kalia Davis. I was impressed by Kalia Davis. He impressed. Now, I understand he's not playing against the first string offense, but there are certain things that I look for when I see players play. I want to see how their footwork is. I want to see their sight, their vision, where they're looking. I want to see if they're in the right place where they should be, whether the ball gets overthrown or not. I want to see if they're running their routes correctly. And what I saw in Kalia Davis, guys, was impressive. Now, let's see if he can continue. Now, he's another one that gets hurt. So if he can stay healthy and can continue to build on this, I think he'll be a great backup. When we drafted him, I think that idea, I could be wrong, but I think that idea that the Niners had was to replace 93, right? Man, I am slipping up with names right now. The one that went to the Broncos. Boy, do I miss him. I even have his jersey. I should know his name, but I can't think of it at the moment. But the old 93 who left us in free agency and went to the Broncos, I think the Niners' mentality of drafting Khalil Davis was to eventually replace. I know his last name is Jones. Can't think of his first name. DJ Jones. There we go. Replace DJ Jones. When DJ Jones was in the lineup, man, nobody can run against us. Nobody and their mamas could run against our defense. People don't realize how important DJ Jones was to this front defense. Now, could Jordan Elliott be that guy? Yes, David. Jones, number 93. I thought it was kind of funny that Khalil Davis chose 93 as well. I think Jordan Elliott is going to be a great run stopper. When he's in the lineup, it's going to allow Javon Hargrave to pin his ears back and go after the quarterback. Javon Hargrave is going to put pressure on the quarterback from the inside. You're going to get Bosa and Leonard on the outside, and you're going to have big boy Jordan Mason with Malik Collins as well, stopping the run. And another thing that's going to help our run game, when he does come back, hopefully he comes back sooner rather than later. I am talking about my boy, Hufanga, Talanoa Hufanga, Huff. When Huff is in the lineup, our run game is better. Our run game is much, much better when we have Hufanga in the lineup. When we lost him to injury last year, our run game stoppage declined. It declined quite a bit. Now, a lot of it was Steve Wilkes trying to do his thing with limited tools, running a defense that he's not used to running. Now that we have Hufanga back, we added Jordan Elliott, we added Malik Collins to help out that running defense with Hufanga at the back. And as we saw Mustafa, he'll be a great addition as well. And having our defensive coordinator being already in this system, running it the way it should be run, I expect this defense to get back to where it was in 2022 and 2021, where we were number one in every category on defense. And the sooner that, obviously, that we sign Brandon Ayuk, this offense is going to be humming. I think with the addition of Dominic Pooney, it may allow Colton McKivitz to just focus on what he needs to do. I think he was kind of trying to help out Spencer Burford a little bit. I think Dominic Pooney will handle his own. So I think this offensive line, even though it's not the greatest, it's not the most strongest, it is designed to be able to protect Brock Purdy in the scheme that Kyle runs. When they drafted Ricky Parcell, when they drafted Jacob Cowing, that was a way to help out the offensive line. Yes, you heard me correctly. When they drafted Ricky Parcell and Jacob Cowing, that was a way to help the offensive line. The faster that Brock Purdy can get rid of the ball, the less pressure goes on the offensive lineman. And if you can get rut runners, they can get open. See, that's the $1 million question, right? Can you get open? Because if you can get open and Brock sees you and delivers you the ball, he doesn't hold on to the ball. Therefore, the linemen don't have to work extra hard. But when the quarterback has to hold on the ball because the receiver can't get open, that's when the defenders come and demolish the 49ers offensive linemen. So I expect our offensive linemen to be better because we got better route runners and Ricky and Jacob Cowing, in addition to Ayuk once he gets signed. And then you still have Christian McCaffrey, you still have Debo, you still have Kittle. The weapons are endless of what the Brock Purdy can do. This is why the Niners don't focus so much on the offensive line. They focus more on the weapons. Whether a lot of us agree with it or not, that seems to what Kyle likes to do. What's up, Kenny? I see Kenny in the house. How's my boy Kenny? He says, yo, yo, yo. How you doing, Kenny? Kenny says, not a bad point about the fast receivers. Or Kyle, get that line. Yeah. I appreciate that. Agreeing with me, Kenny. Thank you, sir. Much obliged. Thank you for being here as well. Make sure to wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for me. But I already know you already did it because that's who you are. You are amazing, Kenny. Appreciate you, my friend. But yeah, that's what I think. I think that the receivers help out the offensive line, but they got to get open. They got to get open. They can't be fighting to try to get open because Brock is moving fast. That pressure is coming. So you got to get open. If you hesitate to get open, and now Brock looks away from you, now he's looking over here, and now you're open, but it's too late. Brock already moved on. This is why these receivers have to win at the get-go to allow Brock Purdy to let go of the ball. Kenny says, in my opinion, we need to draft a lineman with the first pick of the second pick every season. I don't disagree with you entirely, and I understand you phrased it as it's your opinion, and I respect your opinion, Kenny. I definitely do. I think a lot of us can fall in love with offensive linemen, right? You get these big boys. If you look at the 2012 roster, when we had a great, if not the best, offensive line, and I watched those games. I mean, again, please don't misunderstand me, anyone. If you have a great wall in front of you, it's always better. I'm not disputing that. The better lineman you have, the better it's for Brock. 100% correct. So what Kenny says does fit. You know, get your guys in the second round early and develop them, right? But I think Kyle sees it different. And if you got all these great linemen, now if you're able to replenish, let linemen go, like for example, Aaron Banks comes up for contracts, or let him go because you picked up another lineman in the early second round and now you're developing him eventually to take over Banks, then I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But if it comes to a point where you have to pay your offensive lineman, you got to pay your left tackle, you got to play your right guard, you got to play your center, then don't expect to see playmakers do their thing because you're not going to have many of them. So you kind of got to, we have CMC, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk. We got all these, Jawan Jennings, all these great playmakers because the only person getting a lot of money at the offensive line is big Trent Williams. Trent Williams is the only one that's eating a big piece of the pie when it comes to the offensive line. But now if you start putting money on other parts of the offensive line, then you're going to let go of your Debos. You're not going to have your Kittles. You're not going to have your Ayuks. So you have to ask yourself, which way do we go? Because the better offensive linemen you have, they're going to want to get paid. And guards don't get paid like they used to. Back in the day, guards did not get paid a lot. Now, ooh-wee, show me the money. Show me the money. That's what guards want, and rightfully so. They deserve to get paid. I'd rather have playmakers, and you might say, well, you can have all the playmakers you want, but if Brock Purdy can't deliver the ball because he's getting killed, because we can't protect him, then what's the point? Well, this is why Kyle gets receivers. They can get open quickly. You got to be a great route runner and get open to allow Brock to hit you. You know what I mean? If you get a receiver that is not a great route runner, you're in trouble. At least in my opinion. Hold on, I think I'm going ahead of myself. We can trade them if we have too many. That is a course we can take, absolutely. But at the end of the day, you still have to have one behind them developing, right? Because, for example, are you okay with letting go of Aaron Banks and replacing him with Spencer Burford? Probably not. So if you have the right lineman in the background ready to go, then yes. If not, you got to pay your guy. And perfect example, the guy that was playing originally left tackle. Today's not the day for remembering names for me. But the left guard prior to Banks taking over, we let him go. The Niners did not pay him the money he wanted. And that's why the Niners went ahead and drafted Aaron Banks. Now, there was no guarantee he was going to play the way he's playing now when you draft somebody. You potentially draft a player to potentially take over that spot. But just because you draft someone, it doesn't always plan out. Perfect example. We traded DeForest Buckner. We didn't want to pay him. He wanted too much money. The Niners got a little greedy. They didn't want to pay him. They traded him, and they went ahead and drafted Kinlaw. Thank you. Lincoln Tomlinson. Yes, that's the name. They went ahead and drafted Kinlaw to eventually replace DeForest. But as we all know, Kinlaw never worked out. No, it was not Brunskill. It was definitely Lincoln Tomlinson who I was referring to, Kenny. Um, but Brunskill, I miss Brunskill, especially. But we don't have Aaron Donald anymore, so I guess we'll be okay. We don't need the kryptonite. We don't need kryptonite for Aaron Donald because he's not going to be playing anymore. So that's okay. But at the end of the day, if you have receivers that can get open, that will take some pressure off the offensive lineman. Even someone like Colton McKivitz can look good if Brock Purdy is delivering the ball like this to Ricky Parcell or Isaac Counting or Kittle, CMC, Ayuk, Debo. But the more he holds on to that ball, the harder it becomes for an offensive lineman. You see these great offensive linemen. They are great. Look at the Cowboys. Now, they're not as great as they used to be, the offensive line, but they're pretty good. And Dak Prescott holds on to the ball. So it doesn't matter how good you are as an offensive lineman. If your quarterback is holding the ball way too long, eventually you're going to get beat by a defender. This is why I like Kyle and Brock working together, being on the same page, because the ball, 1, 2, 3, the ball's out. 1, 2, 3, the ball's out. 1, 2, 3, the ball's out. Get the ball to the hands of the playmakers and let the playmakers do what they do best. And once the ball is out quickly, I'm telling you, it makes even the worst offensive lineman look good. Let's see here. My biggest fear is that McKivitz will get beat and Brock gets hurt for the. It is a valid fear. It is. It's a valid fear. What's up, Rome Owens in the house? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the chat, Rome Owens. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, my friend. Good to see you. So you have a valid point, Kenny. That is a fear of losing Brock. But honestly, I don't worry about any type of injury until it happens. I really don't. I don't worry about any type of injury until it happens. Then I will deal with it as I see fit based on the type of injury, how long the player is going to be out, who's the player, and so forth. But as long as there's no injuries yet, I'm not worried. I'm not worried with the what ifs. And this is me. Nothing to do with you, Kenny. I don't worry about whether Brock can get hurt or not. That's a valid point you made. It is a valid point. If McKivitz can't protect, is there a greater chance of Brock Purdy getting hit? Now, the good thing is Brock's blind side is being protected by Trent Williams and not McKivitz. So Brock can see whether or not McKivitz is getting burned or not. And at that point, Brock can decide to run if he sees that McKivitz can handle his opponent. It's the blind side that I'm truly worried about. And we got the best in the business. Yeah, I know he's not in camp, but he'll be there. Now, once Trent Williams goes, and if they can't, listen, we got spoiled, ladies and gentlemen. We had, tonight's not the night for the names, I'm telling you. He's in it. If he watch, not that he watches my show, but can't think of his name. I got his jersey. Terrible, Beto. Anyway, the guy that was there before Trent Williams, right? He retired. We got Trent Williams, and everything ran smooth, even better. can that happen again? Because if it can't, forget about the right side. That left blind side is what's going to really, really worry me when it comes to protecting our quarterback. Rome says, hold on, let me bring it up here. Got my CMC jersey in the room.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Plus, it's preseason. Heck yeah, let's go. Any word on Ayuk? Not at the present time. It's still a standstill. Hopefully, we'll know a little bit more this week. Hopefully, he gets settled. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to get rid of Ayuk. I don't. But at this point, I want this issue to get resolved, whether we keep Ayuk or we don't. Again, I want to make it clear. I am not for getting rid of Ayuk. I would love to him to resign and be here for the long haul. But at this point, if that cannot happen, I want to move on. I think this circus has gone long enough. It is a distraction. People may say it is a distraction in the locker room. It's a distraction for the Niners. It's a distraction for Kyle, John Lynch, Jed York, and Ayuk himself. So I'm ready to move on one way or the other. Either we sign him and we go forward, or we trade him. But let's go. I just don't want to keep lingering with this dilemma, Rome. Kenny says, Beto, I just want you to know you never have to explain yourself to me. I will always respect your opinion and I will not get mad at you. I appreciate that, Kenny, but the reason why I feel that I have to explain myself is because I respect you. And because I respect you, Kenny, and everyone else, I feel that I owe you guys an explanation. I get what you're saying. I get your point, and I appreciate you, Kenny. But I feel that I have to explain myself because I appreciate you guys, and I respect you guys in the same tone. True. Rome says, true, I hate to get rid of Ayuk. I'd rather have him re-sign with the Niners no matter what. Absolutely. Now, is that going to be possible? We're going to find out. But I want to move on. I really do. I want to move on from this situation. Lingering is never good. Rip off the Band-Aid. I'm not one of those guys that you remove the Band-Aid little by little, just boom, rip it off. It may hurt a lot more than taking it off slow, but you're done and over. Boom, you're done. Sitting there, taking it off little by little, I can't do it. So get him signed, pay him what he wants, stop being cheap 49ers. But in the same token, I understand the Niners are looking in the future because they know they're going to have to pay Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's going to come in and he's going to demand anywhere between 55 to 60 million a year. Whether you guys or people agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. If Brock Purdy has another year like he had in 2023 or better than 2023, damn straight him and his agent are going to want top dollar. Now, Brock Purdy is a really cool guy. This is where a lot of Niner fans crack me up. Brock Purdy is a very young man. He loves the Lord. He's a Christian-based man. He's very good. He has great etiquette with all the reporters. He's a bright young man. So people are like, hey, Niners sickness. Since Brock Purdy's such a nice guy, do you think he's going to take a discount to be with the Niners? Do you think he'll take less money? Kind of like the way Tom Brady did. Now, people don't realize with Tom Brady, for one, he was already a millionaire. Two, his now ex-wife, but at the time was his ex-wife. I forgot her name, but she's a famous model. And she is richer than Tom Brady. So Tom Brady didn't have to concern himself financially because his wife made more money than him anyway. And Brock's Purdy situation is different. This is his first contract, his very first contract. Any player that should not or should, let me rephrase it, sorry. Any player that gives his team a discount are stupid. Yeah, I said it. Any player that gives their team a discount, they are stupid. Why? Because the minute they get hurt, the minute they cannot be effective anymore, the minute they cannot help out the team because of injury, the team will cut them. The team will get rid of them and replace them with someone else. So I am all for a player getting all the money they can when they can. Whether people believe he's worth it or not, that is irrelevant, at least for me. What matters is get your money when you can. When you can get paid, get paid. And if that's $55 million to $60 million a year, get it, Brock. Forget about this discount crap. Real quick, my boy David Villa is saying buenas noches. Good night, my Niner family. Have a great one. Until next time, one love. And most of all, go Niners. Right on, David. Always a pleasure having you, my friend. Thank you for being part of the Niner Sickness podcast crew. Love you, brother. Have a wonderful evening and have a great week at work. Good night, sir. I am going to try hard not to talk about a Ute this week, but it's like a bad penny, always turning up. I hear you, David. I hear you. Even when you don't want, there's times I don't want to fart. But if I have to fart, it's going to come out. Why I use that as an illustration, I don't know. But there it is. Maybe because I have to fart right now. Let me put myself in mute. Just kidding. Rome says, Purdy deserves everything. I'm with you, Rome. I am with you. I know Niner fans, we have conversations on X, and they're like, yeah, Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. He's great for us. He can win in the system. But if you take Brock Purdy out of this system and you put him in that system, can he be good there? Why are you going to pay him $55 to $60 million like Joe Burrow or Josh Allen or the kid in Baltimore? Why are you going to pay him all that money when he's not as good as them? And the reality is, whether he is as good, Lamar Jackson, there you go. Whether he is as good as them or not, it's irrelevant. Okay? That's not the way it works. Brock Purdy's going to get paid the amount he's going to get paid because what he makes work here. Whether you guys think it's a system situation, which I think every quarterback runs a system, they are all system quarterbacks. There's a system in place for every team with that offensive coordinator or that head coach that calls plays. So they all have to master that system. So using the system analogy, I always thought it was dumb, but that is what it is. I expect Brock Purdy to get paid, whether he hasn't have the biggest arm, whether he's 6'5" or 6'1", barely hitting 6'1". Brock Purdy is going to get paid based on what he can do in San Francisco 49ers, not whether what he can do with the Buffalo Bills. Well, put him with the Buffalo Bills or put him with the Jets or put him here. He's not there. I get your point. I know what you people are saying. If you put him in a different offense, will he struggle? Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know. You can think to the best of your ability that he's going to struggle because in your mind, you already said without the system here, he will not be a good quarterback. Therefore, in your mind, he's already going to fail anywhere else but here. But the reality is, we don't know for certain whether Brock will fail or not in any other system because we haven't seen him in it. But what I do know, the system that I do see him in, he is thriving. In this system here in San Francisco, Brock Purdy is thriving. He is killing it. He is a great anticipator. He anticipates greatly. He's a great, quick processor. He processes everything he sees fast. He makes great decisions. He's not afraid to throw the ball after a mistake, so he forgets the last play like this, which is a hard thing to do for a lot of quarterbacks. Because once they throw one interception, they are not as confident and they're not throwing as well as they started the game to throw. Now they're being a little bit conservative because they're afraid to throw interception number 2. I don't see that in Brock. Brock will throw an interception and then he'll throw it in between two players and stretch that needle. Brock is confident in himself. He's a fast processor. He knows how to read defenses. This kid, in my opinion, is special. And people tend to want to see what the Josh Allens of the world. They want to see the Joe Burrow. They want to see the Lamar Jackson. As good as Lamar Jackson is, and you cannot tell me the team they had last year wasn't a good team. The Baltimore Ravens had arguably one of the best teams in the AFC, and yet he failed to get his team to the AFC championship. Let me say it again. As great as Lamar Jackson is, and I'm not saying Brock Purdy is anywhere near Lamar, because he's already hitting Hall of Fame status. But he was not able to get his team to the AFC championship. Brock Purdy has done it twice already. He has done it twice. So I understand his running ability is not like Lamar Jackson. His body frame is not like Josh Allen. His this or that is not. But what he does in this system, I have not seen Kyle so confident in calling plays since Manny Ice. Since Manny Ice. The last time I saw Kyle confidently calling plays when he had Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. At that point, I saw, and then, Schaub. He felt really comfortable with Schaub with Houston. This is why he wanted Kirk Cousins. Kyle Shanahan felt that he can do what he wanted to do with Kirk Cousins. A lot of people didn't want Kirk Cousins, didn't understand why the Kirk Cousins was here. They don't understand why Kyle did not draft Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. It's because he wanted to go with Kirk Cousins because he knew what he can do with Kirk. He did not know what he can do with Mahomes. Now, hindsight 2020, Mahomes is the greatest quarterback ever. At least he's looking that way. But we didn't know that. Anybody that tells me they knew Mahomes was going to be the Mahomes of today, you're lying. Not even the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, yes, granted, they moved up to get him. They were more prepared. They did their homework better than other teams. I give you guys that. They definitely did their job better than the Bears. The Bears moved up with us to take Trish Nowitzki, or whatever his name was. So for those that said the Niners should have taken one of these two guys, the Bears moved up one spot with us to get Mitch Trubisky. Let that sink in. And yet, Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson went after that pick. I think Kyle Shanahan was looking forward to work with Brock. Now, the whole Jimmy Garoppolo situation happened. It opened up new doors. Whether Kyle wanted it or not, it happened. He had to work with Jimmy. He was able to do what he could with Jimmy. But even then, I did not see Kyle as confident with Jimmy as I see him with Brock. There's a play, and I see your comments, Kenny. There's a play where, and I forgot who it was against. I don't know if it was against the Rams, but there's a receiver open in the end zone, and you can clearly see Kyle pointing at that receiver. He's open, he's open, he's open. And Brock, without even looking at Kyle, delivered the ball to that same receiver for a touchdown. And you see Kyle go, yes. Why? Because both of Kyle and Brock were on the same page. And Kyle is confident calling plays, knowing that Brock is going to deliver the ball, and Brock's going to see what Kyle sees. Or Brock's going to see it the way Kyle played it, put up the game to be played. Scripted the play, that's the word I'm looking for. So I like the combination of Brock Purdy. The Niners need to pay Brock Purdy. They're going to pay him $55 to $60 million a year. What people think he's worth it or not. It is what it is. You got to pay the market value. It's particularly, there's positions that you are not willing to go above if you can avoid it. You can get better running backs. You can get better receivers. You can get better tight ends. But to me, left tackles, defensive ends, and quarterbacks are three positions that if you got an ace, you do whatever you can to keep that ace happy. Whether it's tackle, left tackle particularly, or right tackle based on your quarterback if he's left-handed or right-handed. But you get the point. Quarterback and defensive end. So basically right now, the three guys that are most important on this team is Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, and Brock Purdy. None of them in that order. You can put them in each order, whatever order you want. But the three players that are, in my opinion, that are three players that we cannot go without is Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, and Brock Purdy. Let me know if you agree or disagree. That is fine. If you don't agree with me, it's all good. Let me read some of these comments, and then I'm going to call it a night since I was only wanted to go for an hour. But my wife always says that I can talk the years off a wooden Indian. And she's not lying. Oh, hold on, guys. I don't think we need to find out if Brock Purdy is good in another system as long as Kyle can win a Super Bowl this season. Absolutely. Brock Purdy makes smart decisions, and he is definitely special. Trey Lance had all those things. Yeah. Good point, Kenny. Trey Lance had. Now, when you say all those things, I'm assuming you're referring to the body type, the arm strength, and those measurables, because his decision-making was not good, like Brock. Now, if you can get Brock's mind into Trey Lance's body, then you have a Josh Allen, right? Or not even Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. You get Brock Purdy's mind, put it into Trey Lance's body. Now we're talking Patrick Mahomes status. But even with a smaller body frame, even with a weaker arm that people say it is, I am still not convinced that we cannot win a Super Bowl without Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is the real deal. As long as him and Kyle are married to one another, this team can be very, very successful. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Jimmy. That's why, listen, and I will let you guys go with this. This is the reason why a lot of the so-called specialist media, that are out there, the reason why they want Brock Purdy to fail is because they do not want to look stupid. That's what it is. The Nick Wrights out there and all those social medias out there on TV that always talking against Brock Purdy. Why? Because they all missed it. They all missed it on Brock Purdy. And they rather have Brock Purdy fail than them to be wrong. They rather have Brock Purdy fail than them being wrong. This is why there's so much hate against Brock Purdy. But it's okay. Hate fuels players. Brock Purdy, whether he admits it or not, has a chip on his shoulder. And now he's entering his third year with a full offseason. Look what he did last year with no offseason. What makes us think he's not going to get better with an offseason? All right, guys, I have taken enough of your time. Every Sunday, unless something comes up, your boy, Niner Sickness, will be going live at 8 o'clock p.m. 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Sunday night. So if you have some time to hang out with your boy, come and join me on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. On Tuesdays, me and my boy Pete and Brandon, we go together and we come live. We go live at 6:30 here on my channel, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Thursdays, me and my girl, Jess, from East Coast Red and Gold, we go live at 5 p.m. Now, it might change to 6. I got to talk to her. But for now, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursdays. So it's Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And then if something comes out during the week, I might just make a special appearance, go live to talk about somebody signing or something that happened. But those are the 3 shows here on the Niner Sickness. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful night. God bless everyone. Always remain faithful. Niners for life. Until then, we'll see you next Tuesday at 6:30. Peace.